Hello from the Dreamport Discord server. I'm ShadowsPub. Pimp your post Thursday. On the show today, we'll share others and have some fun. You can share your own post or somebody else's you really like. To take part, drop the PYPT emoji into the show text channel. I'll add you to the turn share and post. When I call on you, add your post link to the text channel. Come on voice to tell us about it. Keep it brief, like a commercial for the post. If you can't do okay, you can share by text, but text and the link must be ready to paste into the text channel when I call on you. You can have more than one turn, but you must use the emoji for each turn. Okay, and let's get started. Let's see who we've got here. Chi is going to lead us off.
Do you want me to do the announcement now?
Yes, sorry. Hold that thought for a moment, Chi. Kitty Girl's got something she's going to share with you.
Yeah, in fact, after I say this, she may want to change the way she's presenting. I noticed she's typed in some text.
Yep.
Most everyone who has been attending Pip Your Post Thursday in the last few months, gosh, it's probably been almost a year ago,
Oh, at least.
knows that Ingenuity has been giving everyone pimp tokens for attending Pimp Your Post Thursday. It's not affiliated with PYPT directly, it's just something that a PYPT supporter is wanting to do. And what he's been doing is giving out a certain amount of pimp tokens to people who have presented. And mostly PYPT has been voice presentations with only an occasional presentation via text. We've noticed though that more and more people are doing text, which Shadows has to read as a hostess, and text presentations make a less powerful presentation with the author not doing the speaking. So, beginning today, the amount of pimp tokens given is changing. 30 pimp tokens will be awarded to those who present by text. 60 pimp tokens will be given to those who present by voice. Now, we do realize that most people who present by text simply cannot come on to voice because of a poor internet connection, being in a noisy environment, or not feeling well. But we've also noticed some people present by text and then pop into voice to say another thing or two about their post. So they could have come into voice to start with. So we're trying to incentivize people to come into voice if possible. But even if you only get the 30 pimp tokens, that's more than you had before. So, uh, so there. And big thanks to Ingenuity or Witty, whatever you want to call him, the crypto pimp. Big thanks to him for supporting Pimp Your Post Thursday in this way and giving away free tokens to the presenters. That's awesome.
And I will mention that Crypto Pimp, aka Ingenuity, is also a witness. So if you haven't voted for him, consider doing so. Thank you, Kitty Girl, and thank you for all the work you do on distributing those pimp tokens. All right, Chi, how would you like to present today? Let's see, she's typing there. Go for it.
Yeah, we like to hear people's sweet voices.
So go ahead and drop your link in and come on, voice. There we go.
Where I am is kind of noisy, but good evening, everybody.
I'll tell you what. If there's too much noise, I will let you know there's too much noise. Otherwise, you're
The
okay.
post I read
Try that again.
is all about.
Okay. Try drop try dropping out and coming back
Uh,
in. You're a little robotic.
oh, okay. So the post is about my exams because I'm writing my exam. The post I dropped is about my exams. I'm writing my final year exams. So the struggles, the times I had to read, my glasses broke, my eyes paining me, and stuff like that. Yeah, that's it.
Ah, nothing like challenges while you're trying to do your exams. How many exams do you have to write?
I think 10.
10. Wow. And how long a period does
Yeah.
your exams last for? Like, is that over a week or 2 weeks?
I think it's remaining a month.
Ah, well, that helps. That gives you a little bit of breathing space between
Mm-hmm.
each one of them to get those glasses fixed.
Yeah, it does.
All right. Thank you, Chi.
It's
And
broken. Yeah.
pardon?
You're welcome.
All right. And bipolar, you're up. Bipolar. There she is.
Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, so this is a response to the Afghana prompt that talked about if more wealth brings happiness, and I kind of like identified wealth to money because basically you need to have money to amass wealth and stuff like that. So most times you hear people say, "Oh, even the rich also cry." When I hear stuff like that, I used to get angry because what do you mean the rich also cry? Does the poor, do they have it any easy? Sometimes you see somebody try to say something about their dreams of wanting to be rich, and then somebody will just want to come and downplay it. So basically, I discussed that on the post, and then I talked about understanding um, wealth not bringing lasting happiness for most people, especially people that kind of like have chronic diseases. But then I summarized it. And I'm not going to spoil the post because I'm already saying too much. So let me not ruin it for anybody. Please kindly check it out. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, that's always an interesting one to explore. Correlation or lack of correlation between wealth and happiness, or success and happiness, however one defines success. Speaking of success, Amy has won the 3 HBI. And if you haven't entered the draws, there's two more draws left. That's the 5 HBI and the NFT. And Kitty Girl, you're up.
Well, this post was written by Coin Joe. Um, I thought it was really good. He's talking about the uncertain state of the world today, both environmentally and socially and politically and whatever, and how hard it is to deal with it all and navigate it. And he's talking about how people that uh, like to shine rays of hope or like lighthouses guiding us through the darkness. And I thought that was a fantastic analogy. And it made me think too that there's a lot of people I know, um, one person in particular who is constantly moaning and groaning about the doom that we're doing to our planet and everything else. And it's like those people are like foghorns that are constantly, and I'd much rather be a beacon of light. And so, I'd like for everybody to appreciate this post and if possible, leave a little comment to Joe and encourage him and let him know that we appreciate his analogy.
It is a really excellent analogy, and it kind of sheds light. I've got a couple of friends who have a fascination with visiting lighthouses, photographing lighthouses, and one of them likes to collect lighthouses. And I kind of went, okay, well, everybody needs a hobby. But when you think about it, that's probably the draw, is the fact that they are beacons of light. They do keep people off the rocks.
Yes,
Interesting.
that is very, very true. That's wonderful.
It's maybe part of the draw as to why they're so fascinated with it. Thank you, kitty girl. And Amy, you're up. All right, Amy, tell us about what you've got here.
Okay, hello everyone. You know, when I was younger, my dad always wanted me to be a nurse, but I decided to be a fashion designer. We all deal with needles, right? But this time, I'm not piercing humans, I'm piercing fabric. And I did a thing on a client's butt using my fabric to do a butt lift, usually known as BBL. So you can check it out and see the process of making a butt lift for a client, and I feel like a surgeon already. I don't want to say too much. You can just check it out. Thank you.
You did some beautiful work, Amy. Your father wanted you to be a nurse. I have a friend that, well, had a friend. She's passed now. She'd be probably close to 100 if she was still alive. And her mother tried to make her go into nursing. She had other ideas too. All right, bipolar, you are up.
Okay, hello again. This is Abenat's post where she talks about the gap in our educational system. And it's really fascinating when me and I will get to discuss about our separate lives. And then I get to see that we have a lot in common when it comes to our society. So basically, when I was reading through it, like I could relate to the creative stuff that were being taught during their basic education because I also experienced that in my um, side. So at that point, I realized, oh, okay. So basically, we have these exams that we write at the end of our secondary school. It's called West African Examination Council. That's like the body. So it basically covered the whole West. So I kind of like remembered. I'm like, oh, okay. That means we use the same curriculum for our school activities. So it really made sense. And while she talked about this, she also identified the gap in the educational system because most people they have the opinion that by now we should be moving away from theoretical perspective of learning. So it's quite an interesting post. Do well to check it out. Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you, bipolar.
You're welcome.
And Luchelle, you're up. Luchelle. There she is. All right. Tell us about this.
Hello everyone, happy new month, happy high power up day. Hope you have powered up. Bipolar, have you powered up? Go and power up. Oh. Go and power up if you have not powered up. That's by the way. Hello Shadows.
How are ya?
I'm very well. Hope you can hear me loud and clear.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, you might be wondering what a grasshopper is doing right there on the screen. Well, I love nature. Like anything about nature tickles my fancy. So I saw a grasshopper and I thought of filming it because I wanted to capture it, but I noticed it was crawling away like it saw me. It knew I was there. So, it started making this slow movement. I said, okay, let's play together. So I started filming it. So if you want to know how I played with the grasshopper, please go watch the video. It's not reading now. You're going to watch the video, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Luchelle. It's not something I would normally have thought of as playing with a grasshopper. I'm used to seeing green grasshoppers. I'm finding that fascinating looking at one that is variegated.
Yes, I also have another green one. I'll soon post that
Oh,
one. I also made a
green.
video about that. I
Try
have them all around.
try black grasshoppers is what I'm used to seeing. Where did I get green? And we've got another draw up. And, well, Luchelle won the 5 HBI. Kelvin, you're up. All right, Kelvin, tell us about this.
Okay. Um, so this post is about anxiety.
Okay.
I wrote about my anxiety, and usually I'm only anxious, or should I say weirdly, I'm only anxious on Mondays because it's a lot of work. I have meetings upon meetings, I have to see clients upon clients, and sometimes I lose track of time, and before you know, there are a lot of things I've piled up for Tuesday. So Mondays are very challenging and it always makes me anxious. I wrote about everything in the post, so just take a look at it. I hate Mondays. That's to say.
You know,
Thank you.
I don't know very many people that say I really love Monday.
Mondays are weird.
So when this anxiety develops, is it something you're able to take in stride, or is it become something that holds you back?
The fact is, I have to just work with it because holding back is not an option.
Mm-hmm.
If I hold back, my job would suffer for it, and I can't let it suffer. So I just have to go ahead.
Yeah, for some people, anxiety can be debilitating. So
Yes,
there's different levels
yes,
of it.
but not for yeah, right.
So have you tried any, like, is there any way that you can mitigate some of it, move it around, and or anything like that, or is this just something that you've just kind of got dumped on you and you've got to roll with it?
Usually, I watch movies to calm myself in the morning, but there are some mornings like this past Monday, I did not even have the opportunity to sit in my office. I was not given that privilege. I literally got to the office, met a meeting, and from that meeting, I had to go for another meeting, and from there, I had to see a client. And by the time I was done, it was already 5 o'clock.
Wow.
So there was literally no chance for me to do any of that. I just, it's also overwhelming. So there are days like that. If I had got to, if I had got to sit down, relax, plan myself, probably I would have been more ready for the day.
Probably.
but that time was not there. Yeah,
Yeah, sometimes days going really quick like that with so much activity is a good thing because it goes it goes by sort of thing. But there's other times that it's like
yeah,
where did my day go and why couldn't I get that done?
exactly.
Yeah,
There are always a lot of things to be done, and you can do a handful of them.
the joys of living in an adult world. All right. Thank you, Calvin. And
Yeah,
Amy, you are
yeah.
up. All right.
Okay, so this all right. So this post was made yesterday. I saw a prompt on Hive Nigeria community and I really loved the question. I could relate well with it. So I wrote about my ride or die. The question was, if you feel like giving up, who can motivate you to continue or what can motivate you to continue? So I introduced my ride or die in that post. So you might want to check it out and see who this person is. Thank you.
Ooh, the mystery. Who's Amy's ride or die? Is there anybody in here who doesn't know what a ride or die is? Nobody's owning up if they don't.
I had never heard that term before until
Seriously?
I saw this post, and then I kind of sort of figured it out from what she was saying in the post.
It's not something you hear very often, and yeah, it takes a moment or two to kind of go, what? I love that. I'm not even sure what it is. It looks like a statue of a bird down towards the bottom. Is that what it is? It's pretty cool, actually. What's it made of? By the way, I was looking at the. I haven't responded to them, but I was looking at the comments under the uh, recap post from last week's Pimp Your Post Thursday, and there's one of the comments in there that tells me that there are people who listen to the recording because the person who answered the comment was responding to an exchange that Kitty Girl and I had on the recording.
Oh, how interesting. I do sometimes go back and listen to the shows again, but I didn't realize that other people who weren't here did that too. That's really cool to know.
Well, I knew you did, so I have seen the stats of, I see one or two or even three, sometimes up as many as five. But I didn't really have an idea who the others were. And then I happened to notice the comment. Remember the conversation we had about the challenge coin?
Yes, I certainly do.
That's what the comment was about. And I looked at it and I went, that was on the recording. It was not in one of the posts. So that was kind of cool to see. And Abinad, you are up.
Hi, everyone. I'm sharing this video I made of me cooking my favorite food. And I think the most interesting thing about this video is my brother's voiceover. My brother can't cook anything, he can't even boil water, but he claims to be a chef. So I allowed him to do my voiceover and you should check it out. I promise you are going to laugh so much. Thank you.
Did I get that right? Your brother says he's a chef, but he can't cook worth
Yeah,
beans?
he can't cook anything.
It's a very loose definition of chef, right?
Uh-huh.
I love the way she worded it. He claims to be a chef.
Garden egg stew. I've never heard of an egg stew. Very cool. I see Tori has joined us. Tori, you've got
What's
a.
her name again?
Hi, Tori. You've
Oh,
got a hot
Shadow.
mic there, Tori. And NChem, you are up. All right, NChem is going to present by text. And NChem says, if there's one thing I wish could be different about an aspect of my country, then it's the issue of misuse of public funds. In this post, I discussed the issue of misuse of public funds in my country, also highlighted the lack of accountability and leadership and the negative impact it has on my country's economy. You can find out more in the post. Thank you. The rowdy boys. You know, I'm not sure that there's any country that has it nailed down when it comes to use and misuse of public funds. I have a suspicion that where there are people being people, there will be misuse. But it's a good subject to explore. You always put the light on it, no matter what. All right. Good time in there, Tori. You're up. Your turn, Tori. Are you with us, Tori? I know you're there. Now's a good time to drop some emojis too, folks. Tori. Wonder if she's starting to have some network issue. Hmm. There she is. She's typing. Give her a moment. Getting your post ready, as in you're getting the link. So you're a little late coming in today, Tori. So I probably should tell you, in all fairness, that if you're interested in the Pimp tokens, you will get more if you present by voice than if you present by text. Just to be fair, because everybody else knows about this. And we have the NFT has been drawn. And Luchelle has won the PYPT, excuse me, for May. And if you take a look in the Draws for Shows channel, that's the NFT for May. I haven't given it a name yet. All right. Tell us about this, Tori. Just in case, um, if you're speaking, you're not unmuted. can't hear you, Tori. Ah, Luchelle has a win day. Tori, you having a problem there? You're not. You're muted right now if you're talking. We can't hear you. So, just for something different, while Tori's getting sorted on her mic there, have a look at that picture and tell me what kind of name you would give that image. Who's going to be brave? Give it a title.
You mean like a caption for the image?
Yeah, Tori's typing. Let's see what's going on. She must be having a problem.
Well, I saw a meme one time that had a little cat, like a little kitten, and it was turned away from the camera. And they had captioned it, not paying attention, busy pouting. So that's all I can think of seeing this picture.
So, interestingly enough, today's word for the echo is hurry, and that's one of the images that got generated. It's not the one I'm using for the echo, but it's one of the ones that I was selecting from. Tori's typing. She must be having sound issues. This post was inspired by the weekend's engagement prompt of last week. And the title of the post is In a Scale Preference. Scale preference. I see honesty talked about. And I see honesty talked about. All right. All right. Anybody else have anything? Oh, Tori's typing something else. Anybody else have a post that they want to share today? Okay, go ahead. Drop out and come back. See if the voice will clear. So I dropped overnight. I dropped a picture, a cat image in for Alessandra. Let's see if I can find it.
Hello, Shadows. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Tori. That's better.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you, Tori.
Okay. Okay. So I think it's better now. Sorry
Good.
for the network issues. It's really, really back. Yeah.
Okay.
So okay. So I was trying to type on my post, but I think I rather prefer talking it out. So it's a post that was inspired by the weekend engagement prompt of last week, and over there, it was one of the prompts I picked on. It was a scale preference, or sorry, I named it scale preference because it was talking about different characters and human perspective, personality, traits, and the rest. When you check on my post, you see what I'm talking about. So I think I did a little scale of preference from honesty down to what was the last one? I've forgotten the last given what is it called, the last, because it was listed, so I really explained on it. And I will just explain on the first one, which was honesty, where I clearly mentioned that I would rather prefer an honest man at all times. I rather prefer an honest man at all time, because an honest man, I in my own little understanding, does not fake things. Is real, is realistic. It tells you this is what it is for me, and and that is what it is. You get. So they are honest to the core. They don't hide their feelings. They don't do things to please people or to get pleased in return. They just do it because this is what it is for them, and whether it's convenient for you or not, it's not, it's as if they just do it to please themselves, and instead of living those fake life and pretense. So um in my own scale of preference, I think honesty got it all for me. So you can check on my post to get the rest intake on the other listed words and explanations that comes with it. So that's it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Tori. See, much better that you worked powered through the connection issues so that you were able to talk, because you were able to say more about your
Oh yeah.
post than what you were able to write.
Yes, yes. So thank you so much, Shadows, for your time and for your patience too. Thank you.
Well, I know that some of you struggle with connections sometimes, so a little bit of patience actually gives you opportunity to participate.
Yeah, and it's much appreciated too. So thank you.
Glad to,
I'm going up now.
glad to see you join us. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to share today? So, um, I was talking just a moment or two ago about how I had a picture that I gave Alessandra. Imagine this: you have just woken up, you have opened your phone, and the very first thing you get to see is this. Give it a moment, it's going to load. Come on. Wouldn't that wake you up?
Oh, that's really cute.
I've woke up to one of them doing that to me, but six of them? Yes, log in with the keychain, Luchelle. All right, looks like we've got a short PYPT today. So you've been listening to Shadows Pub host Pimp Your Post Thursday. Thank you for joining us on PYPT, and join us next Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. Until then, keep on creating, and it's all about community. Oh, yeah. Bye, Wilma.